Warning: the following program has been rated ZBS for containing adult language, drunken stupidity, and gaming greatness. Viewer discretion is awesome. What is up, all of you amazing Frost Efficient fans out there? This is your man, your host, with the most, Frost. And it being Friday and all, this is Frosty's Bar Tales. Now, before I continue, I do have some bittersweet news for everybody. And it upsets me to say this, it really does. I have had the distinct honor and pleasure of working with one of the coolest barbacks that I've ever met. And, of course, I'm talking about Rorschach. And, man, unfortunately, this past Wednesday was his last night with us. That sucks. He's leaving. He's moving on. So, from all sincerity, from the bottom of Frosty's frosted heart, I'm going to miss the hell out of you. You were cool as shit. Thank you for paying for my ticket to go see Justice League. Appreciate that. And, Godspeed. Good luck out there. Hopefully, I mean, you're moving on to, hopefully, better opportunities, colder climate, which is weird. But, hey, hopefully, everything works out well for you. So, from me to you, here you go. A little Frosty farewell.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
It's gonna suck, but you know what? In his honor, we will move on. Now, so I have, as I've mentioned before, we are on the road to Frosty Mania. And our first stop was obviously Halloween. We covered that already. Now, the second stop was Black Wednesday. Or, as I saw Simba put on Snapchat, which was genius. So I'm stealing it. Thank you. He called it Blackout Wednesday. So that's what I'm calling it now. So, again, Simba, you're the man. This is Blackout Wednesday. Now, it failed to disappoint. It really did. But before I even begin with that, there's something I have to address, because apparently I'm the world's biggest dick because of this. There was a customer that came in on Saturday? Sounds right. It's either Friday or Saturday. I don't remember. This customer came up to me and goes, "Hey man, you remember me?" I'm like, sorry, I don't. My bad. And he goes, "Oh, I come here weeks ago and I tell you how much I like your show and how much I like what you do, and now all of a sudden you're too big to remember me." My bad. I'm apologizing for that right now, but you need to understand something. With all due respect. You don't have any idea how many people I see on every given weekend, and like if you were there like the day before and you were like, "Love your shit," and he came up to me the next day and was saying, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I said, "No," then by all means, throw all the shit in the world at me. I take it. But if it's weeks, you're going to have to forgive me. I see a lot of people every single week, and I do a lot of shit. So, sorry I didn't remember you. You still didn't tell me your name, so I'm going to call you the Angry Fan. I apologize. Sorry. So, there's that. And, oh, by the way, there is a regular that comes into our establishment. And, what nickname do I want to give him? Because this is a tiny little funny story about him. It's going to be a little embarrassing, but hey, we're cool. I'll think of it while I'm telling the story. So, you know, I came back. Now, you know, I'm back into life. I'm back in the scene. I'm back in the swing of things. And this regular came in, and he likes fist bumping people. Okay, cool. So he looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, man, you new here?" I'm like, "Well, kinda. I took a bit of a break, but I'm back now. boy, am I. So he decides that he wants to fist bump me. I'm like, he goes, hit it right there, bro. And I'm like, I don't know if you want to do that with me. And he goes, why not? I'm like, well, I mean, just look at that. I mean, you don't want to fist bump this. And he goes, holy shit. And I'm like, yep. He goes, fist bump me anyway, man. I got hard hands. Let me just hold it up like that. I'm going to punch it as hard as I can. I'm like, why on earth would you? But to each their own. Who am I to judge? Not my place. So, okay. So I held it up, and he just, boom! And he goes, that hurt. I'm like, no shit. So it's... Oh man! So literally, like, it's become our thing. Every time he comes to the club and he sees me, he always goes, oh. And I literally, I'm like, okay, here we go. So he doesn't like full out clock it like he did one night. He just like taps it like that, and he always goes, oh man, you and your rings. I mean, it's stupid, but it's funny. So the reason I'm bringing him up was because on Blackout Wednesday, when we were packed, I mean, we were busy. A lot of shit happened. I was in charge of watching our stage area, so I was. And he, along with a friend, are drinking. He didn't know I was behind him. And there's probably about this much of a gap between the floor and the floor of the stage. So I'm on the stage, he's dancing like, say this is that gap, he's dancing right here. And I guess he takes a step back and didn't realize the stage was right behind him, and he fell and landed right on his ass. So I walked up to him and I'm just... And he just, oh you, I mean, it was funny as hell. Because, like, nobody likes falling on their asses. It's really embarrassing. Nobody likes that shit. So the fact that he did it in front of a lot of people, most importantly, he did it in front of me. And I just stood there right above my, that was a good move, bro. He just, so it was funny. I was going to call him, I'm going to call him Brosif. Yeah, Brosif. Because, you know, normally, maybe it's just in my mind's eye. It's like, look, bro. And then, of course, you got all those guys that use, like, Brosif, Brozansky, or Brosenstein, or whatever. I was going to call him Brosif. So, Brosif, guess what? You made an appearance on the show. Watch your step from now on. Sorry I had to do it. So, Addy Hoosers, back to Blackout Wednesday. So, we are packed. And when I say we are packed, I mean we are packed. I mean, it damn near standing room only. It was amazing. And I mean, we had a line going, you know, down the entire fucking sidewalk of what we have. So we haven't had that in a while, and whew, man, was it good. So, and on this night, we brought a good chunk of the old team back, damn it. I mean, we had, of course, myself. We had Simba. We had Papa Bear. We had Tough Tony. We also had Mayhem come back. We had... How does he not have a nickname? Oh, man. I feel like a dick now. I'm going to call him... Smalls. Only because he is like the exact doppelganger of... one of the best friends I grew up with, and I still know, and literally, they are twins. It's disgusting. I even showed his wife a picture of my friend. I showed him his Facebook, and she goes, "Oh my god!" Like, it's crazy. So he had a YouTube channel. He called himself White T Smalls. So I'm gonna call him Smalls. So Smalls was there. You're on the show now. Yeah, you're in. And Pumbaa was there. Pumbaa came back. I mean, he wasn't working, but, you know, we saw him. So, hi, Pumbaa. You're in it, too. And, yeah, Tina wasn't there. Shame on you, Tina. You know who I'm talking about. So does everyone else. Tina not showing up, leaving us high and dry and shit. So, and of course... Behind the bar, we had the Champ, we had Wonder Woman, we had some woman I don't think I've ever met. We had a authority figure doing this behind the bar as well. Of course, we had Rorschach bar backing, and, well, that was his last night. Again, take care. You will be missed. You already are missed. What the hell? So anyway, back to my story at hand here. So Blackout Wednesday, a lot of shit happened to me. We had a few fights that sucked. We had a few people that you know, a few people drinking in the parking lot, whatever, you didn't get in. You know, and a few people acting like complete morons, and it happens all the time, dude. And but this one in particular, the one I'm gonna the one thing I'm gonna separate from everything else is a man that decided to take it upon himself and go into business for himself. What do I mean by that? Becoming Mr. Fix-It, or shall I call him Wreck-It Ralph, because he didn't quite fix shit. Matter of fact, made it worse. What do I mean? We have in our establishment at our disposal, because we are such caring people about our patrons, we don't want them to be freezing their asses off when they're on our property, when they're having fun, they're drinking, they're having a good time, they're spending their money, they're giving us work and business and whatnot. We don't want them to be cold in the winter season. No, we want them to be warm when they're outside on the deck having a cigarette, having a few drinks, enjoying themselves and whatnot. We don't want them to be cold. We want them to be nice, warm, and toasty. We don't want them to be frosty, because there's only one. So we have about I don't know, like 7 feet tall. Like, it's not like a tower of fire. It's like a heating lamp. I guess that would be a good way to put it. So I mean, it's got like the the overhang, the umbrella part on top. You know, we got the propane tank down at the bottom. We got the little fiery thing right there. So basically, you stay warm. There. So on this night in particular, we have one on the deck. Now, this just so happens to be the only one we have working because the other two are malfunctioning. So we have one. Don't screw it up. Well, too late. Because it wasn't working right now. Here's the thing. Those things don't work without propane. So I'm guessing the reason this thing wasn't working is probably because the propane tank went dry. Not that hard. So what did this one customer do? Allow me to ask this in question form. Multiple choice question form. So customer A walks up to heating unit B and tries to get it to work. Unfortunately, it is not working. He's fixing with the dial. He's pushing the igniter button. Nothing's happening. It's not turning on. Nothing. What does he do? Does he, A, find an employee of said establishment to fix said malfunctioning heating lamp? Does he, B, fix it himself? C, does he just say, up yours, I'm going inside because it's cold as hell out here? Which makes no sense because hell is hot and cold is... Or D, does he decide to pick it up and throw it off of our deck and nearly landing in a nearby pond? The answer is D. He manned it off of our deck. Now, I will give him all the credit in the world. These things, I mean, he didn't like Andre the Giant pick it up and just chuck it like it was nothing. These things are heavy. I mean, not too heavy for Papa Bear and Simba because those guys are absolute beasts. And I'm not. Well, kind of. But, So, like, he just, like, kind of just, like, Royal Rumble, WWE style, just kind of just rubbed and just threw it. So here's the thing. I get the logic here, okay? Sometimes when you have something and it's supposed to do something and it doesn't quite work, it's frustrating. When you have something that's supposed to do a job and it doesn't do it, it gets you angry. It gets you heated. So, be a minute. So, it's frustrating as hell. You know, it is, because it's like you're supposed to do one thing, and you can't do it. So it's like, I get it. So there are some people that believe in the concept of, if it's not going to work right now, then I'm going to make sure it don't work right ever again, so I break it more. Case in point, I once had a PlayStation game, had a tiny little crack in the disc, and it stopped working right. So I took said disc and broke it into many, many other pieces of discs, so none of them worked. So that's fine. I owned it. It was mine. I paid for it myself. Lesson learned, kind of. So I get it. He's mad that the thing's not working, so like I said, he doesn't find one of us. He doesn't fix it himself. He doesn't just leave it alone. No, he ruins it. He wrecks it. He breaks it. He picks it up and just throws it. So then that was when the stupidity in his brain decided to go, uh-oh, we done fucked up here. We need to get the hell out of here before they call the cops. So, and I'm just going to go. So we're following him off the property, and he just left. So, delicious shit. So, what this guy thought was a foolproof plan, just walking away without the cops coming in and dealing with him, might have seemed like an awesome idea if you would have gotten away with it. But what this guy doesn't realize is we have quite a lot of cameras all over the bar, so we can see everything that's happening at any given time. So we have on our deck not one, not three, but 2 cameras. One there, one there. This one is looking over all of this. This one is looking over all of this. As you can see, the cone of view is met. So they have like a little section of just double on camera. So it just so happened to be in that spotlight, that center spotlight where they both meet and cover. So you are in full fucking view. You are in this pie region right here of just clear as damn day, and Stevie Wonder would agree, with all due respect. So we have him clear as day, and broken. So Mayhem and I had to go look at it before I fucked my foot up, and it was broken. So now we can't use any more heating things because we are not allowed to have nice things because people fucking break them. So he decides I'm out and leaves. Here's the thing. When he came up to the front door and he saw Papa Bear goes, "Do you have your ID with you?" The guy goes, "Here you go." Papa Bear takes the ID and sticks it in something. What is that something? It's a scanner. What does it do? It scans the ID and does what with it? Takes a picture of it, makes a copy of it, so that we have a record of every customer that is in our establishment on any given night for such occasions just like this. That way, if you do something that's destructive to our property, or if you hit somebody's car and you decide, "Oh no," and you leave, it's like, well, guess what? All we gotta do is match up your face with this video of you eliminating a heating unit and match it with your ID face. Guess what? Oh, we found a match. And what is on the thing with the picture that has his face on it? His address. And guess what that means? Cops know where he lives now. So it's like, you think you're smart, you think you're genius, you think you're gonna outwit us. You're not gonna. So, and guess what? We can only imagine that you got a nice talking to by the police department because you broke our shit and decided to leave. So that is that. Now, that's actually going to be it for this one. It's getting a little long. I can see that. So that was Blackout Wednesday. Failed to disappoint, and I do have a few other stories, but I'm gonna share those until next Friday because something stupid happened on Saturday, and my God, it was dumb. So I will share that next week, but this was all about Blackout Wednesday. And also, again, I'm opening up Frosty's forum saying that if anybody out there has a bar tale they want to share, they want to tell, they saw something funny, they did something stupid, and they want to tell the world, and all they have to do is contact me. You can call me, you can text me, send me a message on Facebook. You can leave a comment on my video saying, hey, I have a story I'd like to tell. We can do that because Starshine came up to me on Wednesday night because he was there. And he was like, hey, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm a little disappointed. I said, why? And he goes, because you didn't tell the story about, it's not really spoiling. He goes, you haven't told the story about Dumpster Girl yet. Well, you're half right. I said, we haven't told the story about Dumpster Girl yet. It will get told, but I feel like I want to have him on the show. So, there it is. Starshine, I want you to be on so you can, sometime you can be on the show so we can tell the story of Dumpster Girl because it's good. So, that is that. Again, it's open to anybody. Be on the show. Become one with Frosty's Bar Tales. Become part of the Frosty family. And we can just bask in the glory of good stories, laughs, and all things yes. So that is that, everybody. I'm calling it. It's over. So, that is it. We have one more stop on the road to Frostomania. And that is, well, ironically, Frostomania, which is New Year's. So it's coming. It's coming. We've done Halloween. Check. We've done Blackout Wednesday. Check. Now, it's New Year's. And, my gosh, are we expecting some stupid shit there? Because there always is. Such as people not making it until midnight. I mean, last New Year's, I had to kick out, like, 3 people at, like, 11:45 because they were just way too drunk. And it was just, wow. So, it's going to happen. There's going to be some shit. And who's going to be there to tell the story? Your man, me. So, that is that, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to join Bomb Squad. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me I suck. Tell me I'm good. Tell me what I can do to become better so I can be better for you. Because that's all I want. I don't want to be better for me. Screw that shit. I think I'm fine. I think I'm just okay. I want to be better for you. It's getting better without you. Or for you, without you telling me how I can do things better for you. So, do that. Alright, until next time, everybody, this is your man, Frosty, saying take care now. Bye-bye then. Stay classy. By the way, if you're going to go out there, have fun. Be safe. Drink responsibly. And always have a backup plan. Always have a designated driver. Always have a plan C, maybe. But just stay safe. Tip your servers. Be nice to the bouncers. Most importantly, have fun. See you next week. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Stay classy.